Let's talk a little bit about the sources of the indicators, what we found in the PAF. Basically, there are 4 types of sources in the PAF for the indicators which are in the PAF. The source might come, in case of many of the indicators, it's coming from the Eurostat or Maxstat website database. The second type of source might be a publication. The third type of source can be an international organization's website. And the fourth type of source, which is very typical in the case of the manually updated indicators, is the non-published internal data source. In this last case, when the data is not published on the internet, even in this case, there is some instructions and information in the PAF about the source. For example, that which department of the ministry is responsible to provide the data, which report of the ministry or other agency provide the data you are looking for to be able to update the PAF website. So even in this case, there is some information for you provided. So even if a new colleague will join you later, he or she will find some instructions where to find the data, but most probably you should know it very well from where you can get the data, because this is why you are nominated as responsible person for these indicators, because the data is most probably coming from your own institution internally. But I'd like to show you a couple of examples for the first 3 categories when the data is published somewhere on the internet, just to show you how you can find the data and in which way we provided the information about the source of the indicators in the PAF. Let me just show you an example when the data is coming from a Maxstat database. For example, in case of this indicator, level of export of services and goods. Here is the information what you will find in the PAF. You find a link and you find some other instructions what to select. You can open this link. I just would like to tell you a technical issue that you can open the link provided for the source of the indicator from the public website just by clicking on the link. But if you are in the administrative website, when you are doing the update of the indicator, you have to copy and paste this link. This will work this way. It was not possible to solve that open the link by just one click from the administrative website. But after that, if you already opened the table, it's really simple. You just follow step by step what you need to select from the table. It is written here in the PAF. For example, in case of this indicator, it says that you need to select the export of goods and services. So here in the first column of the table, we just go and search for this export of goods and services. We select it. After that, it says in the PAF, we need to select current price and year. So here in the second column, we select the current price. In the third column, we select the proper year we are interested about, and we say continue. And here is the value what we can write to the PAF website. This is so simple. Let's have another example when the data is coming from Eurostat database. For example, in case of this indicator, public budget allocated on education over the GDP. This is the source of the indicator for the benchmark country in the PAF. There is a link. There is some information how you find the proper table from which you can get the data. And after that, there is some information what you need to select from the table to get the value. So let's have a look at it. Okay, here we are on the Eurostat website, and we just follow the instructions from the PAF. It says that we need to select government statistics, governance, finance statistics. So here in the Eurostat, government statistics, government finance statistics. So we are at the right place until now. After that, the PAF says that we need to select annual government finance statistics. So this is the one. We just open it by clicking on the plus sign in front of it, and it offers us 4 different tables. And from the PAF, we will learn that we need to select the table which is called General Government Expenditure by Function. So this is the one. You just click on the icon in front of it. You can select any of the icons. It's just different forms of the same table, but the content is the same. And after that, similarly to the previous example from the Maxstat, we just follow what we need to select from this table. It says that we need to select the general government sector. Here are the sectors. It's already general government, so it's okay. We need to select from the functions the education. So here are the functions. We select education. And the last instruction, what we find here is the unit of measure. It should be percentage of GDP. Here on the top, we see that the unit of measure is already a percentage of GDP, so we are at the right place. Here is our table. We can select the countries we are interested about, and we can get the data written to the PAF. Let me show you two examples when the data is coming from a publication. It's very typical, and I selected two publications to show how the data is provided in the PAF, two publications which are very typical in case of numerous indicators in the PAF. The first example is from the health sector. This is the life expectancy at birth. This is the information about the source what you will find in the PAF. We know from this from the passport of the indicator that the source of the data which is already included in the PAF, so not for the fresh data, but we will come back to that issue later. So the data source was the Statistical Yearbook of Macedonia for 2020. We have a link, and it says to us also that we need to find the information in the population chapter. This is the number of the table from which you can get the data, and even the page number is given. So let's open it. Okay, if it opens, and you will have to find this number of this table, and this is the data. We are exactly here. For me, it opened now exactly at this page. But what you can do next year when you have to update the indicators, basically, you have to copy the name of the document, put it to the Google, and change the year from 2020 to 21, and just 2 clicks, and you can find the latest version of the Statistical Yearbook of North Macedonia, the 2021 version. And here are the different chapters, and if you download the population chapter, then under the same number of table which was written here, you will find the value what you need to include as the fresher data during the update into the PAF. Okay, another example, the last example, second example for a publication. When the data is coming from Eurobarometer, we have a lot of indicators when the source is Eurobarometer or Balkan Barometer. So let's have an example for Eurobarometer. And the indicator I selected to show you as an example is the trust in the government as per Eurobarometer. From the description of the indicator, we will learn that we need the proportion of people who said that they tend to trust the government during the Eurobarometer survey. We have a link, and we have some other instructions. So let's open the link. I close the previous ones. Okay, here is the Eurobarometer website. The latest publications are already listed here, so you don't have to search too much to find the latest publications. And after that, we just come back what is written in the PAF, what we need to select. It says that we need the standard Eurobarometer for the winter period. So we need this one. So we open it. And after that, it says in the PAF, we need to open the attachments, data annex, English PDF file. So let's see, here is attachments, data annex, we open it. And here is the publication of the Eurobarometer survey results at 3 languages, English, French, and German. You can download the document, and if you download it, I already downloaded to save some time, then you just write the word government, search for it in the document, and it will take you to this question, which is interesting for us to be able to update the indicator. And here you see, this is the proportion of people in this column who said that they tend to trust the government, and here are the countries. So you can get the value and update in the PAF website. Let me just show you 2 examples when the data is coming from an international organization's websites. One of the indicators I'd like to show you for this as an example is this one, Worldwide Governance Indicator Government Effectiveness. And this is the source in the PAF. We have a link. Let's open it. And after that, it says to us that we will need to select government effectiveness, year and country. So let's see. Here are the indicators they are measuring. We are not interested about all of them. We need only this one, government effectiveness. Here is the year. It offers automatically every 5th year, but we are not interested about this one. Let's say we need the latest 2 or 3 years. So we select those ones. And for the country, we just start to type the name of the country, Macedonia, and it offers us. So we select it the same way for other benchmark countries, and here is the result for the latest 3 years. It doesn't show the value automatically, but if you go above these orange columns with your mouse, then it will be written here that, for example, in case of 2020, the value of this indicator was 57.6, the same for the previous years. And just one last example, this is the Logistic Performance Index for the customs. This is also a World Bank source. And I just would like to show you this as an example that there are some indicators when you don't have to do any selections on the website because it will take you directly to the place where you will find the data. For example, this is the column for the customs, the indicator we are searching for. If you just click on the country in the top, it will put all the countries in alphabetical order, so it will be easier for you to find the country you are interested about, either Macedonia or any other benchmark countries you might need. So here is Macedonia, here is the column for the customs, so here is the value for the latest year, 2.45 for this indicator. I just would like to show these examples to show you that it will be really easy for you to follow the instructions which are written about the calculation and about the source of the indicator. And if you just do that, it will be easy to find the proper value and update it in the system, in the PAF system. Of course, under each sector, you will find your own publications and international organizations' websites which are interesting under your sectors. I just wanted to show these couple of examples to show the approach, how we define the source of the indicators in the PAF.